All right, all right, all right. What's up, y'all? Welcome to my morning muse. I haven't done one of these in a while. And the reason why I haven't done one of these, usually my morning muses are thoughts about me and what I think about things and what I think we need to be about, um, what I need to be about. And I'm driving my kids home or to school today, and I'm thinking about all this news on Covington and those kids that were involved in that situation at in front of the Lincoln Memorial. And it got me. It's got me really pensive. I have to admit, it's not the normal. It's not the normal. It's not the normal situation where we can just kind of ignore it. One of the things that I try to pride myself in when it comes to social media is my desire to kind of stay out of situations and out of the drama, I call it, you know. But there comes a point where the drama transcends the trivial and becomes something important enough that we need to talk about it. We need to have a conversation about it. We need to be willing to say the hard things. And the hard things can be difficult to hear as well as difficult to express. So it's important one way or the other that we do what's necessary. That we take advantage of the platforms that we have, that we look at the circle of influence that we have, that we consider the options, um, that we have been given as individuals with friends and family to say and speak up for things that are important and things that matter. So I'm thinking about these things because I'm the more I learn about this Covington situation, the more I learn about how this kid's not very much older than my son, and how my son hardly has a clue of what's going on in life, and how hard and difficult it has been for me to help guide him in just the simple things of life. And it's hard enough being young today. My son, um, he's fair like I am. He's considered white. He's a white male, and I'm concerned for him as he gets older in the world that should be embracing him. He's so bright and he's got so much potential, but the world is poised and positioned itself to hate him, and he's done nothing wrong. And I think about this kid and what he did. This kid from Covington High School, the 16-year-old boy. He's a boy. He's not a man. He's not I mean, you might not like the president. You might not. You may have had hard experiences with people, other races or religions or whatever. I mean, that may surely be your experience, but we've got to learn to put the blame where it belongs and put the emphasis on who deserves it, not this nonsense. Um, but I also feel like what we need to do is take a hint from all the best people. One of my favorite things about about sports when I was growing up. I'm not really a big sports fan, but I'm very interested in the business of sports and and how people conduct themselves in sports. And some of my favorite people to watch on the basketball court wasn't even the players; it was the coaches. And I was always impressed at certain coaches, so they would the whole thing was to just look stone cold, just to be calm and to be quiet and to be just to be present on the and focused on the game, but not even showing an emotion. I've always admired that because I myself am tend to be very emotional and I tend to be very boisterous and all that jazz. And I just always thought, and they always came to the court like in football. The coaches wear polo shirts or t-shirts or whatever or sweatshirts, and but in basketball they wear suits and ties. I've always been impressed at that. I don't wear a lot of suits and ties. I seldom wear a tie at all. But my point is that what I appreciate about that is that they represent something different. They represent in the midst of in the middle of a critical game, no matter what's going on, they could be late in the game, about to lose, and these guys will do the best they can to control themselves. So I feel like that's where we need to be as a people. My first gut reaction is anger, frustration, right? With all the the irresponsibility on behalf of the news media, the irresponsibility of the people on social media who have demonstrated that the political correct movement has de-evolved into truly a warrior position on social justice. So earning the name social justice warrior. And they're turning it into a situation where they advocate and they endorse violence on even on a young person like this who has no clue what's going on. And by the way, he didn't do anything wrong. I've seen the videos now. I've seen the timeline. I've seen the actual evidence now. The kid didn't do anything wrong, and everyone's jumping to these conclusions because this is how we conduct ourselves on social media. We don't know how to act. We say we're mature. We criticize each other for being immature and for being Neanderthal or whatever, barbaric or blah blah blah. But what's happened to this kid is shameful, and it truly is a dark day for us. And I'm not trying to be preachy. Honestly, I'm kind of looking at myself and how many times I've been the instigator in situations like that, and how many times I was the one who initiated um, negative discussion on any particular topic. It's not right, man, and it's not right to put these kids through this one kid in particular, to put him what he's going through. So what I'm telling you guys is I'm not going to fight over this. I'm not going to fight with people. As much as I would like to show my solidarity, um, my my willingness to come to come behind these young guys and support them, the best that I'm going to offer for now is I'm going to commit some time in my life every day to pray for these kids. I'm going to pray for them. And I'm going to pray for my enemies. I'm going to pray for their enemies. I'm going to pray for people who mishandle the truth for their own political and social gain. I'm going to pray for them, not against them. I'm going to pray for them. I'm going to pray for this country. I'm going to pray for our people. I'm going to pray for my neighbors, and I'm going to pray for people who agree with me and the ones who don't agree with me. I'm going to pray um, for this young kid for doing the best he could under the circumstances and just being silent. And then I'm going to pray for that Indian man, that Native American man. Um, I'm going to pray for him too. I'm going to pray I'm gonna pray that the Lord will deal with him and then will open his eyes. I'm gonna pray for that. Um, we cannot become who we seem to be today. We are not. We're not this. We as a people, as a culture, this is not who we are. We don't beat up on kids. We don't do that. We don't we don't do that. I don't understand why there's all these news stories um, about all these people who have been abused in Hollywood and all these different things, and how quick we are to just destroy someone's career over things like that. And we're gonna let these kids get hurt this way. We're gonna really let this guy, this young man, this boy, um, get beat up, be threatened. I mean, some of the things I'm hearing is despicable. But I want to pray for those people. I'm not going to take it to Twitter. I'm not going to take it to Facebook. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to talk like I'm doing right now. I'm going to express myself, and maybe I'll wear a shirt, or maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that, but this is what I'm about. That you judge me by my character, not by what I wear, not by the color of my skin. That you judge me by hearing me speak and hearing my words and hearing my heart, and then you decide what you're going to do with that. Then it's between you and God. And if you don't believe in God, it's between you and the universe. I don't know what you want to do, but we're not going to go out like this. I'm not, but I can let this go. I try to keep out of stuff like this, right? And I'm not going to argue over trivial things. I'm not going to fight with people over your opinion about Spider-Man. I don't care about that. Have your opinion about Spider-Man. That's fine. You can have your opinion about my work. You can have an opinion about me, frankly. Um, but not before I give you the right opportunity to hear my heart and to hear my words. And I want you to think about this kid. And those of you who pray and talk to God, pray for this boy, man. Pray for this kid. What's his future going to look like now? Truly a pawn, a casualty of war, of the social war, the social civil war. You know, it breaks my heart. It just breaks my heart, man. And I'm some of you out there are very passionate about the things you're passionate about. And while I share some of those views and I share some of the skeleton of what those views may be, believe me, we don't all agree on how we carry those things out. And maybe I'm too weak. Maybe I need to talk up a little more. I don't know. Maybe that's the reality. But what I can't do is I'm not gonna throw everything away on a couple of stories. I'm gonna make sure I've seen evidence. And the reason why this particular story is special to me is because there is solid evidence. I can't I can't help you if you don't like our president. I can't help you if you don't like uh, a particular Supreme Court judge. I don't if you don't like some of the laws. I can't help you with that. I can't do anything about it. The only thing I can do is vote and participate in the process that we're all adhering to. But if nothing else, I'm going to pray. That's what I'm going to do. So if you want to accuse me, you can accuse me of caring enough about you guys to pray for you guys and to pray for each of us. I'm going to ask you guys to pray for me because we need it. If this is who we're pretending to be today, the 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 act is going to get worse. The 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 script that we're playing by is going to demand more from us. It's like these actors who go into these modes of like really believing that they like these method actors that start to do only that thing for a while. That's kind of who we've become. There's a script that the culture is demanding from us, that media is putting in front of us, and people, power players who are trying to position each of us to be against each other, and they're giving each of us these scripts, and then we're taking these scripts and we're acting them out, and we're becoming method actors, and we're starting to believe this is who we are, but that's not who we are. That's not the kind of people we're supposed to be. That's not what you guys signed up for. That's not what I signed up for. So, anyway, morning muses. It's just me talking to you guys, speaking from my heart. Things that click to me, that mean something to me. I just want to share with you guys. And God willing, it'll be, we'll turn a corner. Hopefully this is not the end. Hopefully this is and I don't think it has to be. But hopefully we make start making adjustments, and we start making changes, and we start thinking clear again. Maybe we never did. Maybe it's time to start. Either way, this can't continue. You know it. You know it. If you're out there and you're hearing this and you disagree with me, you know we can't continue this way. This is not how civilization works. We can't live like this, backbiting and murmuring and devouring each other and destroying each other with words. This is not we what for those of you who feel like we've evolved, again, I say it again, there has been a de-evolution of certain philosophies that supposedly represent progressiveness, but this is not progressive. It's become regressive, and it's just not who we are. I believe in us, and I believe in me, and you got to believe in you, and together we'll believe in each other, and we can make some changes. But this is, and it's not to say we're going to agree. I'm not saying that at all. I'm definitely not saying that, but I am saying this, that we can't continue it this way. We'll definitely get nowhere like this. Uh, just the ravings of a crazy old Puerto Rican man living in Tampa, Florida. Yeah, this is the Jerkmonger, uh, recorded live in my studio in Tampa, Florida. I appreciate you guys listening to me. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for being patient and kind to me. And thank you for all the support you guys have given me. Thank you for supporting me on social media and various places. Thank you. Have a great day, guys. God bless you guys.